Oh, we have a new... Thought we were going to... Would have figured we were going to court.
Yeah, I would have thought so too. Oh, I guess we have to go get the evidence.
There's a new anonym for you. Sorry.
Did they find anything?
Oh, they sure did. Turns out, young Miss Becca was something of a diarist.
Oh!
The officers took the liberty of bookmarking the entries following the bombing.
Interesting.
I'd say they prove most enlightening.
Is that so? I'll better give them a read then. Let's see about that anonym. More death threats is exactly what I need now. This is nothing short of a confession. Why, who could have sent this?
I've no doubt this letter... See, I'm sure this letter will never reach its destination. We are surrounded. The city lies in ruin, blah, blah, blah. I will die tonight, if not then soon. The Russian bullets have made sure of that. I can feel my life fade. I wish I could have been... I curse your wretched life with your dying breath. I hope you will never find happiness and joy again. My Anna, I'm sorry. I know now you could have never done these things, but I believed her. What a fool I was.
Oh, this is another piece of evidence that Emilia's the one who said that she did all these things. For the Emilia, I believed her. What a fool I was.
Yeah, okay. So this is one piece of evidence that says that it was Emilia. Yup. And then...
So that's what we need for our point 4.
Okay. Okay.
So that's what we got from Emilia's house somehow?
No. Where's the... Oh, the diaries are going to be in the...
Okay. Wait, then where did that letter come from? I'm confused.
How can he not see it? That's my question. I don't understand. It's so obvious Anna doesn't deserve him, and she knows it. That's why she... It's all gone, just like that, blah, 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 blah. It's a miracle. We aren't the only way to call it. If not for Eric's Fear of the Dark, we... Blah, blah, blah. I saw the damn Polak in the ruins. Okay.
That might prove that she saw Anna in her house.
Stealing, no doubt.
I saw her bring a suitcase. Yeah, okay. That's the other proof that she actually took the suitcase. If I tell them where she got it, I'll find... Yeah. Oh, this is what we needed.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, who called the police on Anna? This is part of Wolfgang's stupid-ass plan.
Yeah.
Who planted the suitcase is nobody.
Yeah. And we could use Emilia's testimony here as the third thing instead. Or Emilia's diary. Or do we need to use Emilia's diary for the, like, I am gonna tell everyone she did it?
No, I think we need the diary for two different things.
Okay.
Just like that. As if later I saw her bring a suitcase to our apartment and put it under the bed. Yeah, I think this is right. So this is... Nobody planted the suitcase. As Anna says she took it. We have an evidence form that matches the suitcase that she says she took. And
Emilia saying...
And now we have Emilia's diary from 3 days prior saying she brought in a suitcase and put it under the bed. This one, we're fine with. We saw that yep. Novak went in. We've got the thing saying that the guy took a cigarette from the lady outside, and clearly that's Novak. Who made sure Anna was a traitor? Okay.
Yeah, I think instead of the pest thing, we could use Wolfgang's letter where he's like, I should never have believed Emilia. We could possibly also use Emilia's diary here.
Emilia Becker, I curse you with your dying breath, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's absolutely.
And then this will be, instead of this thing about Anna's reputation, we want the diary.
Yes. And now I think we've got it. But Bauer wants to talk to us before court.
So which one of these do we think it is?
The one where she says, I'm gonna tell them.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was there. It's so simple. I tell them where she got it. I'll be free of that pest.
Yeah, it's this. Yeah, so this is Emilia's diary saying that she's going to tell the police.
Yes.
This is Wolf's letter saying that Emilia set us up to all of this.
Yeah. I don't think
I don't think it's the confession. That doesn't help us.
No, that doesn't help us. We could use Wagner's testimony. I know Wagner is mostly lying, but doesn't he say specifically that Emilia called her a pest?
The pair who let us in informed me that the suitcase was...
Yeah, or does one of the testimonies, it might not be his, but does one of the testimonies say it was...
Wolf's testimony says that.
Okay.
As does Heidi's.
Okay, I would use Heidi's because I think she's the least likely to be lying.
Okay. I feel stronger about that.
Me too. So let's do it. Let's do it.
All right, and we are happy with all of this.
Yes, but we need to talk to Bauer.
Essie, hello. I hope I'm not disturbing you.
I'm just finishing up with my investigation.
Ah, I'll be quick then. I wanted to wish you good luck. I've kept my ear out about your case, and it's a tough one. I'm impressed with how well
Aw,
you
thanks,
are
Dad.
handling it. Impressed and a little bit worried.
Why are you worried?
Essie, honestly, you're smarter than this. It's one thing to go after NSDAP like last time, but the police? An officer in active duty, no less. Not to even mention the military man, Kirchmann, was it? You're not making yourself many friends with this case.
I have a feeling that there's going to be, like, a last bit at the end of the court case where they're going to be like, so what the fuck happened here? And we're going to have to explain what the hell Wolf's plan was.
Thank you.
Yeah,
That's kind of
that
nice to
makes
say.
sense.
And I don't know if we can.
Proud of you.
Well, we're gonna have
Been
to
saying
try.
a lot lately. Is
He's
everything all right?
obvious. Okay, so he obviously wanted to try and play hero. We know that from
I've simply
a
come
couple
to realize
things.
I've never said it enough, and I should have.
So we'll just have to kind of build a conclusion out of that.
All right. Now to see what Mr. Bauer wanted to talk about.
Miss Cutts, thank you for coming. I understand the case is ready for court.
Yes, Mr. Bauer.
That's good to hear. Miss Cutts, I won't dance around the topic. I have an important question for you. Why are you here?
Well, I mean,
Because you asked me to be here?
Technically correct. Alas, technicality won't work this time. You've always known this job would not be easy or grateful. And by now you're sure to have noticed that what you knew didn't even begin to cover it. People hate you. They want to see you fail, celebrate every hurdle in your path, curse and discredit every hard-won success. Hardly an inciting prospect for a promising lawyer of your intellect. And, let's face it, one blessed with the connections of your father. With all the options open to you, why did you choose to join the most hated man in Frankfurt?
Well,
It's the right thing.
As you said yourself, it's the
Sorry,
right
it's
thing
just
to
we've
do.
already been at this 2 hours and we're still not to court.
yeah.
What is it for you, Miss Cutts?
I mean,
Is
court
it
should be short, though. It was last time.
Yeah, but it's court, and then there's the whole we're going to
I
show
had
you the
this
real case,
friend
and what if we got things wrong? It just it's
Charlotte.
going long.
Charlotte Lang.
Yeah.
And she was Jewish.
The Langs were our neighbors. Lived on the ground floor across the street.
This is another thing that I think if this was a full game, this would also be one of the cases that you had to actually, like, solve.
Had the entire floor to themselves. They were bankers before the war, before the racial laws. Our families were close. Mr. Lang studied together with my father, and they used to partner in some business. Lotte was the same age as me. Our parents knew each other, we were both girls, and we lived right next door. Was it even possible for us to not end up best friends? It sounds stupid now, talking about a friendship between children, but we were close, like sisters.
But it didn't last.
I don't remember when things changed, not exactly. You don't really see those things when you're a kid. Slowly, our parents became weird around each other. Different. Then the Nuremberg laws happened.
Were enacted.
My mother, she forbade me from seeing Lotte. Said she was a bad influence. That I shouldn't associate with her element. We got into an argument. No, that's not right. I had a tantrum. I was 8, so any sort of lip from me was a tantrum.
And did you stop?
No, not at first. Not for a while. We tried to keep together. Mostly at school, away from our parents. Then our classmates started whispering. Then the older and younger kids, the teachers. And little by little, I abandoned her. Other than me, she'd never had many friends. With me gone, she was alone. It was hard at first. It hurt. Lotte was my friend, and I left her. I knew it was wrong, but I still did. I was angry, embarrassed. With my mother, with the teachers, with everyone, including myself. But again, little by little as time passed, that's the worst part. It became normal. I remember one time a few years later, I was on my way back from school. Wasn't far from home, just the next street over. I heard it before I saw it. 3 older boys from school in Hitlerjugend uniforms. And Lotte, you can guess what they did. She was on the floor. They kicked her around the alley, spit on her, called her. I was there. I should have said something, done something. I don't know.
But you didn't.
They noticed me, confronted me. Confronted. No, that's rich. They didn't even have to threaten me. I ran away anyway. I didn't see her after that. Not until the night. The dogs woke me up. They started barking as soon as the cars pulled in. It was the middle of the night, 2 or 3 in the morning. I saw them from my window, lining up in front of the lungs. They kicked the door in. Herded them out like animals. Like fish. Lotte was the last one. I know how it sounds, but before disappearing into the van, for just a moment, she turned towards me. As if she knew I was there.
I see. Miss Katz, would you say then that this work, what we're doing here, is personal for you?
Yes, very much so.
A pity. I must say, I find that disappointing. Miss Katz, I cannot overstate this enough. This isn't, and cannot be, about you. Or about me, for that matter. Or Mr. Peters, Miss Fisher, Mr. Wohlmuth, anybody here. Nor should it be about your friend, as tragic as her story is. We are not heroes here.
That's nice,
Our goal
Bauer.
isn't to
Can
avenge,
we go to court
heal,
now?
or redeem neither the dead nor the living. Our task, our duty, is much greater than that. We are prosecutors, and what we do is we see justice done. We make sure that all actions have consequences. That's the only way we can stop all of this from happening again. That is why I want to see you in court tomorrow, not to make it up to your friend, not to ease your guilty conscience, not even to give Miss Kazmirek or her family their closure. The one reason you should stand in that courtroom tomorrow is to see justice done, to uphold the law, because that is our duty.
All right, well.
I still need to get Paula to prepare the indictment.
Let's go to court.
Miss Katz,
As ready as I'll be.
isn't that always the truth? I'll start writing the indictment to send tomorrow. In the meantime, I'm still here for a few hours, just in case you want to change anything. Thank you, Lord, for Mr. Bauer's stance on overtime pay.
There's nothing left for me to do. I should call it a day.
All right. Well, if we are confident in what we have said, then let's get out of here.
It's time.
Order. This court is now in session. Judge Ernst Braun presiding, considering the case of Anna Kazmirek. Speaking for the prosecution, counsel Esther Katz. Representing the defendants Wagner and Becker, counsel Rudolf Schramm. And counsel Sigmund Hauptner, representing the defendants Grunewald and Kirchmann. I ask the prosecution to present their theory. Ms. Katz, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Anna Kazmirek was a barely 19-year-old girl who had just lost everything she could call hers. She was the only daughter of a sickly widow and the only one who could provide for both of them. She had friends, she had a boyfriend. She had dreams, hopes. She had a future. We are not here today to debate the accusations against her or the possibility of her guilt. We are here because of the crimes against her. On the morning of October 20th, 1944, 2 officers of the Schutzpolizei arrived at the temporary lodging.
I don't feel like there's like much to say during the court section because it's just refreshing what we already know.
Yep.
Same morning. The caller had reported a theft, naming Miss Kazmirek as the perpetrator. This caller was none other but the accused Wolf Kirchmann, the girl's boyfriend.
What?
Leaving his motivation aside for the moment, it is because of his call that the police became interested in the victim. Because of his accusations. Anna Kazmirek was tortured and killed because Wolfgang Kirchmann reported her to the police.
That's right. He wanted to get rid of her. What? I knew it. You're just the same as the rest of those
Order.
Objection, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Hauptner?
According to Mr. Kirchmann, the person to make the call was the accused Emilia Becker, who, as we learned from our witnesses, made no secret of her distance.
I do feel like this is a weakness of this game, and that they
Learned of the crime,
everything you
Becker
go
did
through
what
everything
was
so
right.
many times with each witness, and
Called the police to inform
Yeah.
them of her suspicions,
Mr. Chairman, I have to...
which in itself does not constitute a criminal act.
Ah,
So I must ask, why should we consider the prosecution's theory of more probable?
Objection sustained. Unless Miss Guts can substantiate her claims, naturally.
Certainly, Mr. Chairman.
Alright, who called the police? It was at 10:25. Soldier Boy is on the phone. That matches a mail theft caller at... whichever one it is, right here.
The call in question has been recorded under the number 4410200002 and was made at 10:25. According to the police documentation, the caller was male, leaving us with just one suspect.
What?
The accused, Wolfgang Kirchmann.
You've proven your point, Miss Guts. Objection overruled.
You piece of shit.
Miss Grunewald, this is a court of law.
I mean, yeah, it's a court of law, but is she wrong?
Tragedy.
Oh, I
Let's
wouldn't
proceed,
get too
Miss Guts.
wild there,
The
Amelia.
interrogation
You're
of
on the
Ms.
block
Kazmarek,
next.
The officers
Oh, yeah,
recovered
we're
the suitcase
absolutely-
in the room. It matched the description of the stolen items provided in the phone call. As you have heard, however, some of the witnesses claim that said suitcase was planted. It is the prosecution's belief that this was not the case. The suitcase was found in Miss Kazmarek's room because she had brought it there. Which is not to say we believe the accusations that were levied against her. It is our stance that the suitcase in question belonged to Miss Kazmarek and her mother.
I see. Does the defense have anything to add in this question?
no, Mr. Chairman. For once, I would say Miss Katz seems to have it right.
I have to disagree. The question of the suitcase appears to be crucial to this case, and it needs to be given the proper scrutiny. As such, I'm surprised the prosecution has chosen to disregard the testimonies of two witnesses. According to both Mrs. Grunewald and Mr. Kirchmann, the supposedly looted suitcase was planted in the victim's room. Planted by Mrs. Becker, while the victim was being interrogated by the police.
Miss Guts, your response? Is there anything you can say?
Certainly.
Alright, planting the suitcase. We have the note from Anna. I got the suitcase that I'm sure it was yours. The contents of the suitcase that are claimed match what she says was in it. And we have Emilia's diary, which says, I saw her bring a suitcase to the apartment and put it in the bed.
Yeah.
Miss Kazmarek admitted to having taken the suitcase, not only in her testimony, questionable as it was,
They made her say it!
We did no such thing, Mr. Chairman.
but also in her final letter to her mother.
What?
In it, she specifies she had believed it to be theirs because of a characteristic red scarf. The same scarf is described in the evidence form for the recovered suitcase.
Miss Guts, you've proven your point. Objection overruled.
Bullcrap! It was Becker! It had to be.
As if she brought it all on herself.
Please continue, Miss Katz.
Halfway through
I
the
wonder if you
interrogation, one of
actually
the
only
officers
need
left
2
for the
pieces of
victim's
evidence,
room
and
searched
then they,
for
like, as long as you
questions.
have those
It
2
is
core
possible
things,
that
as
having
long as your
found it,
third
this
is
officer could
makes
have left the
sense,
building,
they'll let it
placing
slide.
him away from the crime scene.
You
for
know,
the
that could
events to
absolutely be the case.
The officer in question was the deceased Klaus Nowak.
Objection. According to Mr. Wagner, he was the one to search the room. Why has the prosecution decided to distrust the words of an officer of the law?
Miss Katz, if you have any...
Gladly, Mr. Champion.
I don't know if it's gonna take Emilia's testimony here, but otherwise, yes, we've got the 2 things we need here.
Yeah.
Mr. Nowak has been recognized as the officer who searched the room by multiple witnesses, including one we haven't heard from, Mrs. Hausler, a neighbor of the victim. She had seen and talked with him as he left the scene with the suitcase in hand.
I must have misremembered that.
Misremembered. Indeed. Mr. Shaw, your objection is overruled. Miss Katz, if you would...
Here, I need to bring your attention to the crime Anna Kazmirek was sentenced for, that of looting, treason. Yet, as we've heard, the charges the officers had arrived to investigate were merely of theft. How did this change? When did theft become looting? It was because of the words of Emilia Becker.
Oh, finally, that's right.
Mrs. Grunewald, I warn you...
Following the retrieval of the suitcase, Mrs. Becker approached the officers and offered a clarification. She claimed the suitcase in question was hers.
I did not.
And had been taken from the ruins of her bombed house, a voluntary evacuated building.
That's right. I heard her say it.
It is the prosecution's position that she knew this would qualify the supposed crime as looting, branding Miss Kazmirek a traitor.
This is madness.
Mrs. Becker did so fully aware of how harsh the verdict would be.
Objection. Why has the prosecution chosen to ignore the testimony of Mrs. Becker? She states clearly that it was Wolfgang Kirchmann who told the officers the suitcase had been looted rather than stolen. That because of him, Miss Kazmirek's charges were elevated to those of looting and treason.
Miss Katz, can you...
Certainly.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna tell them this is the whole thing about I'm sorry for believing Emilia.
Yeah.
And then a lot of people have said that it is her. So we're gonna go with that.
In her diary, Mrs. Becker claimed to have seen Miss Kazmirek during the act of the supposed looting.
Oh, for the love of God.
As you can see, she referred to the victim as a Polak, in light of her mother's descent, the topic of which would later be used to justify the harshness of her verdict. Mrs. Becker, may I add, remains the only person claiming to have seen Miss Kazmirek commit any crime.
Thank you, Miss...
And you know what? I do it again.
Mrs. Becker.
Are you all blind? Are you idiots? So what if the damn suitcase wasn't mine? So what if I embellished it a little bit? She wasn't some innocent angel.
I was gonna say this is the point at which your lawyer should be
damn
telling you to
Polak
shut the
was a
fuck up
thieving,
very,
manipulating
very
whore.
loudly.
Order.
I agree.
This is a court
And I
of
wonder
law,
then if she
not some
has a
Sunday
lawyer.
market, and you will behave accordingly, Mrs. Becker. The same goes for you, Mrs. Grunewald. Now, let the record show that the prosecution has proven their accusation and that the accused has admitted to it. Miss Katz, proceed to your next point.
The final question remains. Today we've heard from 4 witnesses whose recollections of the events varied, to say the least. Yet, they all shared a common point. One event on which all witnesses agreed. Anna Kazmirek did not confess of her own will. Anna Kazmirek was tortured. She was beaten by the accused Otto Wagner, who inflicted significant bodily harm upon the girl, repeatedly assaulting her until she admitted her guilt. She was forced to give a confession that would satisfy the officer, without regard for its veracity.
Objection.
Let's hear it.
The only witness claiming to have seen the perpetrator after the beating is Mr. Kirchmann. And from his testimony, it is abundantly clear that he was not of his right mind. It is the defense's opinion that the testimony of Otto Wagner presents a more plausible course of events. It was the defendant's partner and superior, Klaus Nowak, who tortured the victim.
Miss Guts, if you would.
Certainly, Mr. Chairman.
Alright, so for our final point, we have Novak's testimony that yes, people under his watch have used unnecessary violence. We have hard evidence that the junior watchmaster required first aid after coming in, and the junior watchmaster is Otto Wagner.
Yes.
According to the police report from Ms. Kazmarek's arrest, one of the officers involved had received first aid. As you can see from the photo, the officer in question was Otto Wagner, with his freshly bruised fist. The knuckles, mostly. As if he had just used his fist to repeatedly punch somebody.
Very well. I consider your claims proven.
But I had to. She wouldn't admit it. She just wouldn't. She was guilty. She was. I was just doing the right thing.
Now, before I pronounce the verdict, is there anything else this court should be aware of?
There is, Mr. Chairman.
Let's hear it.
As we've established, it was the accused Wolf Kirchmann who called the police on Miss Kazmarek. What we haven't established is the why.
Yup.
Why would he do that? Weren't they a couple? Weren't they happy?
Okay. So.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know either.
I don't know!
The only thing that we have for sure to work with here.
The letter to his uncle, right?
Okay, it would be a waste of time to tell you. Yeah, it's this. So what you're thinking, a plan? Then I sincerely hope God knows the imbecile. What did you think? Did you really think herself her savior? Yeah. See, that's the thing. He's trying to play hero here. Because he wants his uncle, who's in the SS, to pull that out of... To pull, to pull some strings and to make this happen. So, how do we prove that he was trying to play hero here? Oh, you know what? One of them is going to be his letter.
Yes. Because he's like, I did bad.
I fucked this up immensely. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Emilia Becker, I curse you. I'm sorry, I know you... Blah, blah, blah. Emilia Becker, I curse you. I curse your wretched life. I hope you know I know now you never could have done all those dreadful things, but I believed her. Do you remember the bombs fell? I wish she had more time. Maybe not. Maybe not.
You know what? We have been playing this for so long, I say it's this.
What else? Okay, then we need one last piece. Something else that shows he was trying to be a hero here. Maybe it's his testimony? He says he tried to, like, help her. I don't know. Fuck it. That's what we're doing.
Yep.
I'm not sure I follow your read.
That's fine. I don't care. I don't care.
Whatever. It's the very last thing. Wolf is plagued by regrets regarding Anna. There must be reason. Okay. There must be a reason.
Because he believed Emilia. Because he believed her. I think our first two are right. I just don't know what the third one is.
We can get one more hint.
Okay, go get the last hint. Just pick something and get the last hint.
Oh, even the youth of the... I don't know, sure, whatever.
Yeah. It's this! It's totally this!
I can give you...
Yeah. Cool.
Private documents may reveal the truth. Yes, thank you, I know!
Oh!
That's not helpful!
Oh god, I'm so annoyed at this. I feel like the letter to his uncle and the letter that he did should be enough. They prove he contacted a freaking SS official to try to change things.
Is it the thing about her having an abortion?
Why would it...
Is that why he did it? And then...
Why would it be the abortion that
I don't know. I'm grasping at straws here, too.
We all are!
Whatever, this is what it is. I don't...
Still don't...
This!
I've heard all this in the case...
Hauptmann.
Yes. Born March 17th, 1924, for the crime of deprivation of liberty resulting in death, this court finds the defendant not guilty. What? As the prosecution proved, Miss
Okay, I looked up a walkthrough. Apparently the third thing we needed was fucking Emilia's diary somehow.
As the theory was presented, there is no indication of
Okay,
this being
whatever.
a criminal act. Hauptmann Kirchmann's actions were simply to report a suspected crime.
Because it's saying
Doing so,
he wanted to be a hero, but Emilia had been convincing. It doesn't make sense to me.
Next in the case,
Just doesn't make
the defendant,
sense.
Emilia Becker, born December 4th, 1924. The defendant is found guilty of the crime of murder through indirect perpetration.
What?
Considering the prosecution's proof, no other verdict can be justified. Anna Kazmierek's death was a direct result of the defendant's premeditated actions and knowingly
It's too tenuous, the link they're trying to prove.
Yeah, I don't like that. But I mean, whatever. This wouldn't be an Ace Attorney style game if there wasn't at least one thing that was like, how the fuck were you ever supposed to figure that out?
Imprisonment. And lastly, in the case of defendant Otto Wagner, born February 23rd, 1918, residing at Georg for the crime of assault for coercion of confession, this court finds the defendant guilty.
No.
The prosecution has proven beyond reasonable doubt that it was in fact Mr. Wagner, and Mr. Wagner alone.
I had to do it.
Who forced the victim to give her confession through torture. Defendant Otto Wagner, you are hereby sentenced to 3 years in prison. This court is adjourned.
Well, that sucks, but whatever. I don't know how we would have gotten that last solution. I would not have gone to the diary again, so.
Sure. We got it, and now Bauer is gonna talk to us.
Alright, show me the case. Alright, so 3 days after the bombing, she filed a complaint about stolen property that she had hidden before the air raid. She named an acquaintance who she did not like as a suspect. 2 days later, they interrogated her, beat her, forced her to provide a confession, perfectly matched the events as outlined in her complaint, and was significantly different from the actual events. Shocking. Within 24 hours, based solely on her confession, she was charged and tried. Despite her lack of previous history, the absence of any evidence or corroborating testimony, and blah, 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 she was found guilty, sentenced to death. No attempt to question her confession was ever made. She was executed by guillotine. There were 5 attempts to overturn the verdict. All were unsuccessful, and it was finally cleared in 1991. Well?
Cool.
I'm told that year's Christmas at the Wolfenbüttel Women's Prison was quite an event for the incarcerated. It was in no small regard due to the exemplary work of inmate Becker, who volunteered to help organize it. This sort of activism would take up most of her time, as she took it on herself to return the women there to the Lord. To say Mr. Wagner cried at the verdict as laughably lenient as it was, would be an understatement. He bawled, like a little boy. He claimed he was told that she was guilty, that without a confession she'd get away with it, that it had to be done. That's what they all did. It had to be right. And all Otto Wagner ever wanted was to do right. There seemed to be no emotion on Mr. Kirchmann's face as the verdict was pronounced. While the room got filled with angry shouts and insults, refutals, denials, he simply stood up, silent, and left. He said goodbye to the city on the same day, taking the evening train south back to Bavaria, where his duty awaited. But it would only be 3 days before we'd hear of him once more. It was the house cleaner who found him in the office on the second floor of his house, in full dress uniform fallen on top of his military decorations, carefully laid out on the desk. The pistol already cold, still in his hand. He left no letter. Mrs. Grunewald and Mr. Hans were quick to celebrate the verdict, quick and loud. They ended up having to be escorted out of the courtroom. But Mrs. Hans, Theresa Hans, didn't join in their enthusiasm. Yes, some justice for Anna was achieved, that's true. But after all, justice was not what she had wanted. What she had really wanted was the impossible. Her daughter back. Why are we here? Why do we pick at these old wounds? Why don't we let the past be? It is because it would be too easy to choose to forget, to ignore, to stay silent. And isn't that how we got here in the first place? Acceptance by silence. The silence of the people, who all partook in the system that killed her. A system they created and agreed to. They lived in it, obeying, upholding, and empowering its rules. A system that without them couldn't exist. Yes, we cannot undo what has already happened. We cannot undo Miss Kashmarek's death, but we must learn from it.
Like, this is a good game and it's saying important stuff, but this session has just gone so long and I'm so tired.
Yeah.
So many other girls shares the fate of Anna Kashmarek.
Oh, there's an epilogue? Oh, Jesus.
No, I don't have the time right. I do not have the time or energy, to be completely honest.
All right, well, that's fine.
Like, if you want to finish it, I can just hang up and you can do the end of it, because it has been 3 hours and I am exhausted.
Yeah, that's fine. You can go ahead and head out. I said I don't think this is going to be very long, so
Fair.
I'll finish this out. So thank you for being here, Tons. Thank you for being a part of whatever this is.
It's a good game. It's just not well paced.
So, all right. Well, thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time.